And we are here Thursday night, October 30th, for your episode of the Go Team, the Halloween edition. We are joined by famous Hollywood actor Stu Macher. Stu Macher, tell us how you're doing tonight.
Well, uh, Stu Macher is a fictional character. He was portrayed by Matthew Lillard.
Matthew Lillard, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Where are you broadcasting from tonight?
I'm at 261 Turner Lane in Woodsboro, California. How about yourself?
Woodsboro, California, home of the.
Oh, we're the believe we're the Panthers. I mean, I'm not a nerd. I'm not into all that, you know.
Well, you're playing the part. You hit me with some.
No, I know, but I'm not on the football team and all that. I'm more of a into horror films and plotting murders.
Okay, fair enough. We're already in the comments tonight. At Football is King 0888 says this is crazy stuff with Landry. Didn't think Woodward would get canned. Um, Scott Woodward officially canned. Stu, how do you feel about that?
I mean, it was inevitable after, I mean, with no president in place and no university president in place. I mean, he said he wasn't going to hire the next person, so he can't do his job. You know, the board of supervisors is beholden to the governor on some level, I suppose, and I mean, yeah, yeah, it was seemed inevitable. I don't know. I'm not surprised.
Um, we can dive deeper into that in a little bit, but before we get started,
You could
whoa. Actually, I think that'll throw off our algorithm if you post that on the YouTube page. If you're watching us, like, subscribe, YouTube, super chats. Where do your funds for your super chats go to, Stu?
What do you mean my funds to the super chat?
If you submit a super chat, where do those funds go?
They go to you.
No, they don't go to the pod. They go towards Brian Kelly's buyout to avoid the state of
Oh,
Louisiana
all
having
right.
to pay taxpayer dollars on it.
Is that a joke? Isn't is it did Todd Graves step up? I heard Andrew Whitworth say that like one booster in particular said he would cover like the bulk of. I believe I heard Andrew Whitworth say that. He does that podcast with Fitzgerald and yeah with the quarterback, the Fitzgerald, right?
Fitzgerald is correct. Um,
The Harvard
uh,
quarterback.
the Harvard quarterback. No, it was Patrick Queen that paid the buyout.
No. No. Come on, dude.
Somebody tweeted that. I believe it was Braden Fajoka that tweeted that it was Patrick Queen that paid the whole thing. Shout out,
That's
Lion Up LeBlanc
that's
in
that's
the uh,
BS. Patrick Queen
in the chat.
doesn't have $53 million.
I'm just going off of what was said on Twitter. Stu.
Uh Whitworth was a guest of Todd Graves at the A&M game apparently. That's
Isn't everybody a guest of Todd Graves at games? Every celebrity is with Todd Graves at LSU
what
games.
what celebrities have been at LSU games besides like
Theo
Tom
Vaughn.
Cruise? Dude, that doesn't count.
Are you so, Mark? Are you going to keep the mask on the whole time?
Would you prefer if the mask wasn't on?
At some point, you're going to have to lose the mask, huh?
Why? Why?
Because
It's my face.
I got a text from a friend of the program. Who is the guy in the mask? What is going on?
It's the Halloween episode.
It is the Halloween episode. We're the day before Halloween.
Well, we're not available tomorrow. Everyone's doing stuff.
Yeah, it's the Halloween episode because it's the day before Halloween.
Exactly. What are you doing tomorrow for
Uh,
Halloween?
Trick or treating with the kids. What about yourself, Mark?
I'm going
Stu,
to the.
Stu.
I'm flying back from Woodsboro, and I'm going to the parade in Greenwich Village in New York City, the Halloween parade. I've never been, so I want to check it
Anything
out.
exciting going on in New York City these days? Anything exciting, newsworthy? Doesn't have to be football. Can be politically related too. Anything exciting in New York City?
I don't really f follow all that stuff, man. I'm here to talk about ball.
I tried to trap you. Lineup LeBlanc in the chat says, "Do you think Scott Woodward is going to go trick or treating with his family?"
Where does Scott Woodward live? University Lakes or what's
I would have to guess U Club.
U Club? U Club. That's what I meant to say. U Club.
I can find out.
How can you find out? They're offline. Ask that question.
With related to what I do for a living, I
I
have
see
access to those sort of things.
those sort of things. All right. Well, we won't dox
Records
any.
request is a very much part of my day-to-day job.
We don't need to dox anybody here. Um,
Well, I can. I'm trying to see if I can do a quick search.
a quick search. I can filibuster.
Do you know his middle name by chance?
No, not off top.
Um, Quick search, nothing comes up, but I could. I would assume U Club.
I would assume U Club. Yeah, I
Does he
was.
have kids?
Yes, but I feel like they're adopted. I feel like his wife was married before, and that's my feeling. I feel like they're adopted.
They're okay. Um, Another comment from Football is King 0888. It's the day the Wolves take on the Skippers at Hunter Stadium. That is tomorrow night, October 31st. The Wolves take on the Skippers. For those of
Oh,
y'all who know, you know. Big rivalry on the North Shore. Um, Football is King 0888 is a former Skipper, but is a fan of the Wolves these days. So
that's that is a choice.
Football is King 0888. I support you, but I hope you lose tomorrow. That's all I'm gonna say. Too much Bama in me, Paul. Can't pull for St. Paul's. Stu, you got anything on that one?
Uh, I mean, no, we that's an odd choice, but I'm not gonna die on that hill.
Well, he's choosing that because they pay the bills now. Do you
Oh,
know?
well,
Do
I
you see what I'm
mean,
saying?
yeah,
I don't know
sure,
if he
sure.
wants me to give away who he is.
Yeah, he doesn't want. Okay, so if he's being employed by a different, I mean, you got to go with your employer at the time, I suppose.
You know, I
The
when I
Scott
was
Cochran route.
yeah. So when I was coaching at Mandeville, I had a kid that his dad, well, actually, fun fact, that guy that I'm talking about, this kid that I'm talking about, is actually the assistant offensive line coach for the Los Angeles Rams now. And I remember asking him on a bus ride back from, I don't know where the hell we were playing, but we were playing somewhere on a bus ride back. He was sitting in front of me, or he was sitting behind me. I don't remember. And I remember asking him because his dad was the Saints O line coach at the time. And they had been at Tampa, the Raiders. I don't remember where all. He ended up, his dad's currently with the Buffalo Bills. His dad is the O line coach for the Buffalo Bills. And I remember asking Zach, I'm like, so of all the places you've been, which like one's your favorite one that you've been? Like, which NFL team are you a fan of? Because you've lived in 4 cities. Like, which one are you a fan of? And he said, Coach, whichever one pays the bills, that's the one I'm a fan of. And the kid was like 15 years old, like freshman or sophomore in high school.
He was
And
already jaded.
yeah, I just remember thinking it was the funniest shit I had ever heard because,
Yeah, he's already
the
like,
in the coaching profession, there's not a lot of loyalty, especially at the NFL level. It's who's ever paying the bills at the time.
Yeah, I mean, I get the older I get, the more I get that. Like, but as a kid, like as a 15-year-old, that would be hard for me to understand. But I guess that kid's been through it.
Yeah. Coaching wise, he graduated from Mandeville and went to Oklahoma to coach under Bob Stoops.
Big game, Bob.
Yeah. Good kid, good family. If you do you know who I'm referencing, who his dad is?
Yeah, I think so.
His dad was briefly the head coach for the New Orleans Saints.
Yeah, I mean,
Interim.
yeah,
Do you
yeah.
remember when Sean Payton was suspended for what was it? The bounty shit?
Bounty Gate.
Screw job. That was a screw job.
What's a
Um,
screw job?
he got screwed. That was
Uh,
all bullshit. It was all set up because he was an arrogant asshole and Roger Goodell hated him.
Sean Payton, arrogant
Sean
asshole.
Payton. Yes. Mark, what's going on with the lights over there?
It's a spooky Halloween light effect.
Spooky. So for y'all, those of y'all watching live on YouTube, Mark is or Stu Mocker from Scream is dressed up as Scream. Stu Mocker from Scream. That's who Mark is dressed as tonight. This reminds me of every episode of Off the Bench when T Bob was here in Baton Rouge. He would always dress up every year.
It's that Lake
Who
Beaupre water, man. It makes us weird.
So the neighborhood I will be trick or treating in tomorrow night,
Is Lake Beaupre?
no, is the neighborhood that T Bob used to live in when he was in Baton Rouge. Obviously, he's in Chicago now. And T Bob's house was one of the best stops on Halloween because T Bob is a guy who is very much into Halloween. Does that shock you at all?
No,
That T Bob's house was a destination for trick or treating.
no, it doesn't shock me.
Yeah. So, we ready to dive into the news of the day, the news of the evening? Least surprising breaking news of all time. Actually, here's Zombie Bob in the chat is saying Yamama is into Halloween. Fresh joke you got going there, Zombie. Um, the news of the evening: Scott Woodward out as LSU's athletic director. It's not official yet. What was that? What was exactly the wording of the of the release?
I don't have that off top.
Okay, Ross Dellinger tweeted LSU and AD Scott Woodward are finalizing an exit agreement. Sources tell Yahoo Sports. Longtime LSU athletic administrator Verge Osbury is
Right.
expected to serve as interim athletic director.
Yeah, I heard he applied for the job the previous two times it was open.
Verge did.
Yes.
Yeah, see, the problem is this a situation where Verge fails upward, that he's so bad at his job that he fails upward, and now he's the AD because he.
Um. Well, if Landry promotes his own president, is that president going to want to install his own AD, not Verge Osbury?
Yes, I'm assuming that once Wade Roos is announced as the university president, that Heath Schroyer is going to be his AD, and that is the current AD at McNeese. Jeff Landry likes him because they brought Will Wade there. The story that I had heard that we had talked about on this program multiple times was actually confirmed by Ross Dellinger today in Ross Dellinger's article that it was Jeff Landry that attempted to bring in Will Wade this past offseason and that it was Scott Woodward that was opposed to it. The article didn't go as in depth as the story I heard was that Scott Woodward went as far as he could to sabotage it because he was afraid that the board of supervisors was going to hire Wade against his wishes. So a messy situation with Will Wade this offseason. And that's why I assume it's the McNeese AD as well.
Do you? So, what's your take on Woodward? I mean, are you glad to see him go? Are you heartbroken like Moscona? Where are you coming in on this?
I think that okay, I've been anti. Well, first off, I was originally very pro Woodward when he was first
Yes,
hired. I was
yes.
very much a Woodward guy until he fired Will Wade. When he fired Will Wade, I thought it was an unnecessary internal sabotage of the basketball program. And the excuse that was given was that he did it to save the football program, which is just a load of bullshit. The fact of the matter is the NCAA is a toothless organization in the 2020s. And
Mm-hmm.
so in this decade, there was no need to sacrifice your basketball program to the NCAA. If that is true, then Woodward's a fool for believing that the NCAA had anything. Maybe they did have something on Woodward, but the fact that I mean on Will Wade,
Mm-hmm.
but they were never going to punish LSU that severely. It's because the organization's just toothless these days. Um, so I think he kowtowed to the pressure of the NCAA and in essence ruined the basketball program. So I've been people underestimate that because we're LSU is unique because we're one of the few schools that baseball is. I mean, we're probably the only school where baseball is more popular than the men's basketball program. And so LSU fans lose sight of how important having a good basketball program is. It's the only other program that makes money. And now you've seen the world that the SEC is with men's basketball, that everybody else has figured out. Hey, if you're really competitive in this, it's also a moneymaker that can help you in the new age of NIL and the transfer portal, not just in basketball, but in football too, because it can help you with revenue. So I think Woodward missed the mark on that whole deal. Then obviously the Brian Kelly hire blew up in his face. So he doesn't deserve to hire the next football coach. Is 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 Jeff Landry wrong with everything that he's saying? No. Is he a clown? Does he come off as an idiot and makes Louisiana look bad? Yes. But is the things he's saying wrong? No. So I'm not
Some of what he says
surprised.
is wrong. I mean, the buyout piece. He's like the taxpayers are going to pay the buyout. That doesn't seem to be true.
He says that there is a. I didn't look at the contract, but he clarified. Did you see his interview on Pat McAfee today?
No.
He clarified that there is a clause in the contract that apparently if the school is unable to pay it through boosters, then the state is on the line,
Yeah,
on the hook for that
right.
money.
I guess so. Yeah, I suspect he's correct in that way, but it's not a. I guess it's not something that has any precedent.
No, I mean there's a world. There's no the odds of the state being on the hook for it are very slim, but he's your typical politician who's going to use any sliver of truth to fit his narrative. So he's not all the way wrong in what he's saying with that.
Yeah, he's what's what I've enjoyed about it unexpectedly is like I haven't heard my mom's father's voice in like forever, and he sounds just like my mom's father, his
Hmm.
accent, and so it's been sort of like a trip to hear him talk. It's like it just sounds like my grandpa. Like it's kind of surreal. So it's been odd.
Lineup LeBlanc says probably just because I'm from Louisiana, but God, I just do not care 1 ounce about basketball. I couldn't even name you the positions in basketball. It's true. I mean, that's LSU for you. Fans just don't care about basketball.
I agree.
Out goes our chances with Saban, Gabe says, with Woodward gone.
Oh, yeah,
And Zombie
Saban.
says, Daniel, that guy is on TV again. Thank you,
Who?
Zombie.
Landry?
Inside joke between me and Zombie Bob.
Zombie Bob should have been on the cast. I mean, why he's we could have used I wonder I wonder what his costume is this year.
Zombie Bob's been on 3 nights in a row leading into tonight. That's a new record for him.
We need he has
He,
a
he
lot of
needs
support.
he needed a night in the bullpen,
He
a
needed
rest night.
he needed a rest night. He needed load management.
He needed some load management. So,
Um,
uh,
okay.
yeah. So, I mean, to answer your question about Woodward, I understand why he's gone. There's valid reasons for him to be gone. The old saying is, you, as an AD, you only get to hire one football coach, and not only did he hire his one football coach, it blew up in his face. Like it couldn't, yes, the record on the field wasn't that bad, but everything behind the scenes, Brian Kelly's demeanor, he was fucking checked out and it was a terrible fit. And, you know, everybody's glad he's gone.
Did he hire the gymnast coach? The Jay?
Yes, he was already on staff.
Right, but I mean, I think Dee Bro appointed him pretty much, but
Yes,
Woodward,
Dee Burrow essentially brought him in.
but he rubber stamped it though. It's technically his hire.
Yes, just like Kim Mulkey is technically his hire, but Kim Mulkey came here.
Kim Mulkey hired herself here.
Yes, Kim Mulkey was pissed off at Baylor and was like, I want to come home. She was only going to come here.
That's pretty cool if you're in a position to hire yourself at a given power program.
Well, it's similar to the Nick Saban situation. Nick Saban, it doesn't matter to answer Gabe's thing about our chances of Saban being gone. It doesn't matter who the AD. It matters whether or not Saban wants to do it or not.
Right.
It doesn't matter if it's Woodward. It doesn't matter if it's Verge. It doesn't matter if it's Bob from Massapequa. Like whoever it is, um, it's whether or not Nick Saban wants to coach here.
Um, I don't see him coming back. I don't see him. I mean, I think that's it's ridiculous. I don't think he'll be back.
I don't think he'll be back either. Um,
I'm not entertaining it.
no, I there was always a very slim chance. Yes, as
It's not
lineup
a
will,
zero chance.
it's if he's gonna come back, LSU is one of the spots he would come back to.
Where else would he go back to besides LSU?
Alabama.
Okay, yeah. So it's LSU or Alabama.
Yeah, that's it. In my opinion, those are the only places he comes back to. Um, yeah. Any other takes on Scott Woodward being gone?
I like him. I liked Woodward. I mean, yeah, the football hire didn't work out, but I don't. I mean, I thought it was a reasonably good hire. You know, I mean, who should he have hired? You know, let's go back in time. Dan Lanning, I guess.
Well, the answer to that is Lane Kiffin.
Okay.
He would not entertain Lane Kiffin.
I'm I'm not as high on Lane Kiffin as you guys are higher on Blake Baker and Lane Kiffin than I am.
Well, Blake Baker's not in this coaching search now. The way that this is gone, the way that this season is gone, especially the last two
Right.
games. Um,
But
I personally don't.
you were high on Blake?
No. Going into, I'm talking about Lane Kiffin.
Okay.
As I've said on the show, at the end of the day, I'm old enough now to realize it doesn't fucking matter who Daniel wants to be the next head coach. Um, it, I, I thought the the Ed Orgeron hire was just abysmal, and we won a national championship.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought the Brian Kelly hire was a home run, and it was a disaster. So I'm entering this phase of my life being like, I'm not wish casting for anything, and I'm not going to be a guy who sits here and like, oh, I want this guy, I want that guy. At the end of the day, I'm going to get behind whoever it ends up being. There's a case to be made for Lane Kiffin. I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, would I, if I were in charge, I would go the young route. I would offer the job to Nick Saban first because he's the greatest coach in the history of college football. And if he doesn't take it, then I would go the John Summerall route.
John Summerall,
Yeah.
the Tulane coach.
Football's King says I had someone tell me they read something where Lane Kiffin would bring Eddie O as the D line coach recruiting coordinator. That was directly from the mouth of Ed Orgeron. He said that if Lane Kiffin is the head coach at LSU, he would be more than welcome to come back here um, as the D line coach. He also said he'd take the interim job in a heartbeat too. Woodward did not get fired. Line up LeBlanc says Woodward did not get fired up for doing his job poorly, which he did. He got fired for political grandstanding, in my personal opinion. That is correct. It's
Woodward, how did Woodward grandstand politically? What do you? I don't know that he did that. I mean, I know he's a Democrat, but he didn't grandstand, did he?
I think what he's saying he's getting fired for Jeff Landry's political
Grandstanding.
yes.
Yes.
And he says grandstanding and pandering.
Yes.
Um, yeah. Jeff Landry is very much loves to politically grandstand. Woodward is the other side of the aisle from um, Jeff Landry, and so that was the reason why. It doesn't help that there was also Landry wanted to bring back
Well, who
Will
was the
Wade.
booster? Who was the booster in Southwest Louisiana that was gonna like foot that bill to bring back Will Wade? They apparently there was a booster that wanted it.
That would have been easy money to get because he's wildly popular with this fan base and the boosters still to this day. They could have raised that money in no time to bring back Will Wade.
Gordon loves him someone Will Wade.
Everybody does. Will
Okay.
Wade, very popular guy in town here.
Huh. All right.
Very popular. So,
Is Jay Johnson the most popular guy in town?
does Skip Bertman count?
Okay, so I guess Skip's the most popular guy in town.
Yeah. Followed by Nick Saban. Love,
No, no,
love, hate, popularity.
no, man. No, no.
I
So
know what
Skip,
you're saying, but I mean, popularity wise,
I don't like Nick Saban.
as Wright Thompson said, LSU fans only hate Nick Saban because they loved him so much.
Yes, that's true.
And he made us a fool for loving him so much.
Yes.
So, but yes, after those two, it's probably Jay Johnson.
After what two?
I still say Skip
Nick Sa-
Bertman, Nick Saban, then Jay
No,
Johnson.
I yeah, I don't see it, but
I
okay.
mean, everybody and their mom would take Nick Saban in a second coming
Well,
back
yeah,
here.
but until he commits to us, I will hate him. He has to. If he, as soon as he turns around and professes his loyalty, I will love him.
All
But
right.
until
If
then,
he signs on the dotted line tomorrow, who do you love more, Nick Saban or Jay Johnson?
Nick Saban. But he hasn't.
Exactly.
But he
That's my
hasn't done it,
point.
and he won't. So I like Jay Johnson more.
I hear you, but I still got Nick Saban too on that.
All right.
So,
He's also the most hated person in Baton Rouge.
John Summerall's number 3.
Most liked person in Baton Rouge.
No, I'm just throwing that out there
Yeah,
too.
no. The most hated person in Baton Rouge is Nick Saban.
Speaking of which, isn't
Yes.
Tulane playing this evening?
That I don't know.
Oh, never mind. John Summerall's name might be getting removed from this list.
What's the deal? Signed a big contract?
They are losing right now 41-19 to
It's,
UTSA.
so that means that he's in negotiations with LSU.
Yeah,
He's
lineup
distracted.
LeBlanc says, yeah, they're getting stomped right now.
He's distracted. He's in negotiations.
Yeah, see, if for LSU to get Lane Kiffin, they need Lane Kiffin and Ole Miss to fall off the last few weeks. Because I just logistically, I don't see how it's possible.
I don't think. I I don't know. I
You know,
don't really. Yeah.
the most impressive thing is that you have a full Scream costume just laying around your house.
Uh. I mean,
I just noticed the gloves.
yeah. It comes in handy sometimes.
No, what do you think? What do you think about the possibility of Lane Kiffin?
I don't. I like. I want to hang out with Lane Kiffin more than I want him to be the coach. Like I think he's cooler than. I'm not saying he's not a good coach. I just don't want him to be. I just don't care for him as a. I think he's a good coach. It's fine. I don't know. I just don't. I don't.
All right, so what's your top three candidates for LSU? Give me your top
Uh,
three. You don't have to go deeper than that. Top three.
no, I have a top 11. We're gonna go through each in detail.
No, because I hate when people get down to like Jeff Brom. If we get Jeff Brom, I'm gonna puke on myself.
You no. Look, here's what you do. Okay, you look at the track record. You've got Marcus Freeman. You've got Mike Elko. Okay, his DCs. You got Clark Lee. They know how to coach. You go get yourself Brian Van Gorder for cheap. You can afford him, and you go up from there. You need a Brian Kelly DC and Van Gorder. He can be had. That's the move. It makes sense. It's logical. His last three DCs are killing it. You go get the one before that. You get Van Gorder.
His last three DCs are Blake Baker,
No, at Notre Dame,
Matt House.
you get his Notre Dame DCs. It's the magic was in the water at Notre Dame. You get Van Gorder. I don't know why no one's figured this out yet.
Where Brian Van Gorder's
He's at
retired.
like no, he's not. He's like at Mississippi Coastal's DC or something.
He's the head coach at Gulf Shores High School.
Okay, you go. Great. We can get him for 500 grand. You get Brian Van Gorder, okay? No, okay, but I'm really not that excited about like. Not that I know what I'm talking about, I don't, but I'm not that excited about the coaching pool. Like my wish
So
list,
so if you're gonna knock down Lane Kiffin, what's your legit wish list?
if we can call it a wish list. I mean, I guess I like Lanning. I have some interest in the Summerall guy. I haven't done a deep dive. Um, but I guess Lanning would.
Lion Up LeBlanc says Gulf Shores High School actually produces some good athletes.
So wait, that's a vote for Van Gorder here. We got two in the Van
We're not
Gorder camp.
entertaining this. Go on. Dan Lanning, who else?
Dan Lanning, I haven't looked into it that much, but I'd be interested in Summerall, and I mean that's all I need. I just need my moonshot and I need a backup. It's the only two I need
Do you don't have a third to complete the assignment here?
to third. Who else are we considering? I don't.
I mean, there's no way we're getting Dan Lanning, so
Yeah, so
you could say any name.
I don't.
Oregon might be the program with the most resources in
Right,
today's college football. That he's not leaving there.
right.
I know
No,
Gabe, who's may or may not still be watching. Gabe
Gabe
is a Dan
Northern.
Lan Gabe Gabagool Gabe, as Zombie Bob likes to call him. Gabagool Gabe likes to say Dan Lanning is a possibility. However, Oregon's as long as
We
Phil
can't
Knight's
outbid Oregon.
alive,
Yeah, we can't
yeah.
outbid Oregon. I mean, I get it. That's why wish list. Who else? I don't know who else I would. I mean, we're not getting
So
Marcus
what's
Freeman.
so what? Why do you not like Lane Kiffin then? When you consider these things,
I mean, I don't think he's gettable, and uh,
yes. Gabe says I think Lanning already said he's not
yeah,
interested. He said
yeah.
that today.
Yeah, Phil Knight sent him a screenshot of his bank account, and I mean, it's that easy.
Phil Knight has on record that he wants to win a football national championship before he dies.
I'm I'm with it. I mean, yeah. I don't know. I guess it's rooted in his teams didn't seem complete, like they never had a good defense. I don't know. I don't I don't particularly like what's his face, Stephen Golden. Stephen his DC. I don't know.
Pete Golding.
Pete Golden. No, actually, I think his first name is Stephen.
He
I'm
goes by
actually
Pete. His real name might be Steven. I don't
his
know.
real name is likely Stephen. Check that out, chat. I'm certain his real name is Stephen. So that's why I call him that.
From
He
Hammond
hates
High, right?
Yes, he hates LSU. But I guess that all changes, like we were talking about with the checkbook.
Pete Golding, Hammond, Louisiana, Delta State.
Stephen
Uh,
Golding.
Stephen Thomas Golding, known as Pete.
Told you.
There you go.
Told
Where
you.
did he, where did he go to high school?
Hammond High.
Would I have played football against him?
Probably.
He's a year older than us,
Yeah,
or a year older than me. You're a year younger.
he's doing he's he's uh he's done well for himself.
Uh, Apparently, Kim Mulkey skipped a press conference tonight per assistant, citing she is heartbroken about the Woodward
Oh,
firing.
that's right, they were buddies.
She's so leaving LSU. I don't know. Where would she go? Retire? I don't know where Pete Golding went to high school. Hold on.
I believe Hammond.
Probably like St. Thomas Aquinas.
I feel like it's Hammond. I know what you mean, but I think it's Hammond.
Football is King 0888. I need you to answer that. You would know of anybody.
Um, okay.
Former Hammond High product.
Told you. I mean, look, what I got the Hammond High. I got the Steven. I know his first. I mean, what else do you need?
So that means we play.
You played.
I would have played football against him. I don't think I knew that. That game was in the rain, in a driving rainstorm, and I believe they beat us like 7-3. So
I believe it.
anyway, so Lane Kiffin, you're out.
Yeah, I don't have a good reason. I just rather like I rather
You
get
just
a
don't
beer with
like Lane
him.
Kiffin.
I'd rather get a beer with him than have him the coach. I don't know why that is. That's just how I feel.
Mhm. Um, what was the John Summerall?
Yeah, that was my guy. Yeah, Summer. Yeah, let's do. I liked how he came out with the whole thing with Northwestern. I don't know. That kind of fired me up.
With
With
Northwestern?
Yeah, when Northwestern wouldn't let him wear the Katrina uniforms.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
I don't know. It kind of won me over with
I didn't
that.
understand how that was actually Katrina uniforms.
It's like the uniforms they wore the next week after Katrina or whatever.
Did they?
That was my understanding.
Or did he just make up something to be
It
mad
it
about?
it seemed yeah, it seemed angry pro
Fabricated.
it seemed angry pro LSU, pro Louisiana, and that spoke to me.
Yeah, it's fair.
So that's why I like Summerall.
Summerall's good. The thing I tell everybody, it's not just his success at Tulane. He took over a 5-7 Troy team and went, I think, 12-2 back-to-back seasons, or like 12-2 or 11-3, something along those lines. I don't remember the exact answers. I
I'm
mean, the
here
exact
for it. I'm here for it. Yeah, I mean that's
lineup. LeBlanc says he looked it up. It was the unis they wore the first game back. Wasn't made up because I was curious. Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know.
I've been right tonight. I've been on fire. I've been right.
Stu Mocker
Stu
has a
Macher.
Stu Mocker, a play on the name Ben Trammer. We've had a lot of Ben Trammer in the comments lately, so wonder if that's related.
I don't I don't know what you're talking about.
Ben Trammer. Shout out Ben Trammer from Halloween, Stu Mocker from Scream. Mark, what's your favorite Halloween movie of all time?
Well, I mean, my favorite Halloween movie's got to be Halloween. It's but there's a difference between Halloween movie and horror movie. So, are you drawing a distinction or no?
This is like bourbon and whiskey. Not all bourbon is
Yeah,
whiskey, but all whiskey is bourbon. Whatever it is. I think I fucked that up.
yeah,
Um, all Halloween movies are horror movies, but not all horror
yes,
movies are Halloween movies. Um,
exactly.
my favorite Halloween movie, ready?
Lay it on me.
Hocus Pocus.
I mean, that's a good one. That's a good line at a bar. Girls would like you to say that. That's a good.
I feel like
That,
if Chip was here, Chip would respect it, but I could totally understand how getting hated
I'm
on
not.
for saying that.
I'm
But
not hating on you. It's a good line.
tell me
That's
that
what I
it's
would
not a
tell a
good movie.
girl.
No, but
I
tell me it's
ha
not a good movie.
I haven't seen it, but that if a girl asks me what's your favorite Halloween movie, I'm coming with Hocus Pocus.
We let my soon to be 5 year old son watch Hocus Pocus, and he absolutely loves it. And I forgot how much I like that movie. It's corny, it's stupid, but it's a good movie.
Hocus Pocus. My favorite Halloween movie is Halloween.
That's too cliche.
That's not a is it a horror that's a horror movie. It's a Christmas movie. It's not a Halloween movie. Nightmare Before Christmas is a Christmas movie.
No, it's a Halloween movie.
It's
We
Nightmare
also,
Before Christmas. It the clues in the title.
or Edward Scissorhands.
The clues in the title.
No, Nightmare Before Christmas is a Halloween movie.
It's a Christmas movie.
Come
How
on, man. Jack Skellington. That's
it's
Jack Skellington.
but
That's a Halloween movie.
it's a Chris the title is Nightmare. I mean, I if we can't
Is is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
yes.
Die Hard is not a Christmas movie.
Die Hard is it takes place during Christmas. It's a Christmas movie.
That doesn't make it a Christmas movie.
It's a Christmas. It's about
It's an
Christmas.
action movie that took place the night before Christmas.
It's a Christmas movie.
Wasn't it Christmas Eve in Die Hard, or was it like the week before Christmas?
You know what? I've never really seen it. I know it takes place around
Oh,
Christmas.
geez, you've never even seen it. Then you can't weigh in on this discussion.
That doesn't interest me. Die Hard. I don't know why.
Gabe in the chat says, "I've never seen Hocus Pocus, so let's watch it together."
All
Boom.
right,
That's
there
your
we
pickup
go.
line at a bar.
There we go. I'm getting better by the moment here.
I think all you got to do is just go up to a girl at a bar and just say, "Hey, let's go watch Hocus Pocus," and then boom.
I don't. Yeah, it's uh, there's worse pickup lines. I'm sure.
There's worse
Um,
pickup lines. Like, "Hey, is Die Hard a Christmas movie?"
just
Oh wait, did we lose? All right, you're back now. We lost you for a second there.
the Woodsboro is a little rural, so it's like the connection's a little spotty.
Yeah. Another movie of mine, Halloween movie.
Hmm.
I always like this movie. I feel like this movie is underrated. Sleepy Hollow with Johnny Depp.
I like the first like 30 minutes, like when he's in the carriage, and you got the horse, the hoof, the little hoof noises of the horse, and he's going from New York City up to Sleepy Hollow. Um, I like that part, and he's like writing in his little journal with his quill pen, and I like the setup, but then it just turns into like a blood fest, and I'm just not into that.
I got to I see. I liked it. When was Die Hard release?
Christmas.
July 22nd, 1988. That answers your question, Gabe. Gabe says, "Was Die
Yeah,
Hard released during Christmas?" That's your answer.
so it's
July
not a Christmas movie.
22nd.
All right.
I'm sending that to another buddy of mine, friend of the program, John, whose house I will be trick or treating at tomorrow. He is adamant Die Hard is a Christmas movie. It was not released during Christmas. It was a summer action movie. Therefore, it's not a Christmas movie. Boom. Love that theory. That's the trump card in the argument right there.
All right. There you go.
Speaking of trump cards, how do you feel about Donald Trump being the next person to select the next LSU football coach?
The next AD, I like it. It's great.
Donald Trump is AD at LSU.
Don
Oh,
Trump.
I can pick a winner. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna get you the best coach you've ever had. We'll win so many national championships. So many.
Ugh.
Oh wait, what happened to Stu Macher?
Oh yeah, I gotta change my name.
Hey, Mark, welcome to the program tonight. Got hot in that mask?
I got thirsty, but then I brought out blood. And I wanted it for the.
I meant to pour a whiskey before I started tonight. I
You
was gonna
meant
do
to
it.
or you did.
No, I meant to, but
You're too incompetent to pour yourself a whiskey.
I was hustling because we were late because of
We were
me.
late. We were late.
Because my son was struggling going to sleep, and then he fell asleep, and then I probably fell asleep for like 15 minutes, and it wasn't until Mark's text message woke me up. So
Yes,
it was
I'm
it was one
drinking
of
blood.
those like you close your eyes, it's 8:30, and then you open your eyes, and it's
Oh
like,
yeah, 9:45.
well, it wasn't like that. What was it, like 8:55?
I don't. Oh yeah, we're different. Yeah,
Yeah, different
over
time zone
here in Woodsboro, it's like 5 p.m. I'm fine. Um, so on the West Coast,
on the West Coast,
on the
Woodsboro,
West.
Mass.
Well, no, Woodsboro,
Where,
California.
speaking of Woodsboro, Mass,
Hmm.
where did Brian Kelly fly off to?
He flew off. I don't know. He
I
flew
heard
off?
he went to Massachusetts, but where in
Probably.
Massachusetts does he live?
I don't know. That wasn't discussed.
Do you
Was
think
it?
he ever he's got to come back to like pack up his house, right?
No, he pays people to pack up his shit, right?
Do you really want somebody packing your clothes?
Like going through your underwear drawer. And he might just say toss them.
Buy a whole new wardrobe?
Yeah,
Fuck it.
yeah. I mean, he doesn't.
Leave all my LSU shit there.
He'll have someone pack up his sports coats and shit like that, but he'll just have them toss it. Yeah, like he's not keeping all that, whatever his boxers. Throw that out.
Lineup LeBlanc says he's back living with mom and dad, probably in the basement somewhere. And
He's a boomerang child.
where's he from? Worcester, Mass.
I don't know. Somewhere in Mass. It's not quite Boston.
Yeah. Talk about a guy that just he can't go back to South Bend, Indiana. He can't go back to Baton Rouge. Like, but do you think he
It's
gives a fuck?
no,
He doesn't care.
no.
He's laughing all the way to the bank.
He doesn't care. I think he's a little embarrassed.
Hey, is his son still on the football team?
No, no.
I actually want to look
Leonard
this up.
Leonard Fournette quit in 2019. Brian Kelly's son definitely quit in 2025, dude.
And will he play on the kickoff team?
No.
So I used to get pissed during games that Brian Kelly's son was on the kickoff team, and Chip would defend him because Chip is
He's pro Brian Kelly.
he's a posit tiger and he rides and dies with his team. Kinsel Kelly is still listed on the roster. But Kinsel Kelly was a walk-on at Grand Valley State. 5'10", 230. Okay?
Okay. The stout
Basically,
build.
yes. And he's listed 5'11", 230. He was on the kickoff team. And it used to fucking piss me off so much. And I would always tell Chip during games, do you think Nick Saban's son would be on the kickoff team?
No, because Nick Saban's son can barely. I don't know. My impression was he wasn't. He wasn't up to code. He was. He Nick.
Is
He
Kinsel
wasn't.
Kelly up to code? He's a walk-on.
No, but like Nick
He was
Saban's
a
son,
walk on at Grand Valley
I
State.
think
I
he
could walk
had
on at Grand Valley State when I was
I
19
think
years
Nick
old.
Saban's son had struggles. Not there's a difference between not being
I
a
know what you're saying. If he
yeah,
didn't have personal struggles with, is it
whatever.
documented the substance abuse stuff? I know
And
what you're
that's
saying.
what I heard. I don't know if that's
Yeah.
true.
I'm pretty sure
Where,
that was
where's
true.
Zombie Bob? We need the disclaimer.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, he had some extracurricular stuff and didn't really, but if he, let's say he was a halfway decent athlete, if he was a starting player in high school football,
I don't know. I don't know what Nick Saban does. I don't know.
the answer is no. Nick Saban would not put his kid on the kickoff team.
Probably not. I Dabo, you know what it is? You put them on offense. So if they fuck up, really nothing bad happens.
Like the holder?
That's
What could go wrong with your kid's the holder?
well, but no, think about what Stoops did. I mean, although Drake Stoops was decent, he had another son though that was like a receiver, and then Swinney, all his kids are receivers. He would have been a
Yeah.
receiver. Kirk Herbstreit's son, I think, was a Ty Herbstreit was a receiver. You make him a receiver.
Speaking of Herb Street's son, you know where his youngest is?
Clemson.
His youngest is a quarterback, a scholarship quarterback at Michigan.
Ah, who knows anymore? I mean, I don't.
They
It's
were I
beyond me.
believe it was like the only major conference offer. So I don't begrudge the kid for going to Michigan.
That's weird.
Yeah,
That's
it
so
is weird.
weird. That's so weird. That's like of all the schools, they're like, you know what? We do like what we see on film. Of like, like of all,
Oh, that was definitely like a troll thing.
it's a troll thing. Yeah, it's a troll thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Fuck it. NIL era, quarterbacks transfer anyway. Let's take the Herb Street kid.
Take the Herb Street kid.
Yeah, we're signing Bryce Underwood in the same recruiting class. He'll never play, but let's just keep him away from Ohio State just to fuck with him.
Yeah, that
That's
is weird.
that's that's everything. You know what? I changed my tune on this. That's everything that's beautiful about college football. The pettiness, just the pettiness, right?
That'll go away though. That'll go away soon because you'll have that. Like you won't be able to be petty. Like it's only petty and it works because it was so unheard of. So let's just keep doing what we're doing now for another 10, 20, 30 years and people won't be upset. They'll be like, "Yeah, it's normal to go to Ohio State if your dad went to Michigan. It's just wherever gives you the most money." Like
Yes.
so that will evaporate. The pettiness will evaporate.
So speaking of which, I can tie into that. How do you feel about Frank Wilson bringing back former players to talk to the team to try to get that identity of LSU football back?
That's the Orgeron move.
Yes. It's the Orgeron move, welcoming the players back, but especially more in the NIL era, that a lot of these kids are just in it for themselves.
Right.
Jacob Hester talked to the team. They showed the clip. There are more of them talked to Rohan Davey talked to the team. I'm sure all of them did talk for a little bit, but Jacob Hester talked about playing for LSU. That it means something.
Yeah, I mean, I like that. I like the traditions and all that, so I'm for it. Yeah, for sure.
Do you think these kids today play for the school?
No.
Do you think? All right, we haven't had you on the program. When was the last time you were on the program, Mark?
Not that long. A Friday. Me and Chip did the male companionship episode.
Yeah, you were the only one that picked
All
LSU to
right.
defeat A&M. That is
I
right.
was only I was drinking. Okay, Jesus.
Okay, so your perspective, we don't have to rewind too much with you. Obviously, we got our shit pushed in by A&M. How do you
Yes.
feel? How do you feel about Moffitt taking a victory lap?
Classless. I mean, I know Kelly treated him badly, but like the institution still likes you, like and the fans like you. So, but then yeah. I mean, I think it's classless, but whatever.
I I like the way Zombie Bob described it. That it's just weird. Like his motivation was like, "Hey guys, play for me because they fired me and I should be coaching against you." it's a weird motivation when you really think about it.
Hmm.
Like that was his thing, was like, guys, they fired me. Y'all should play for me because I should be coaching against you, which is weird. But
Yeah,
whatever.
it was weird. Uh,
20 years at one place, it was time for a change. What guy in a role, he can't be in the role forever. And kudos to him for having success at A&M.
yeah,
But if he was still here and Brian Kelly was the head coach, the fans would be bitching about Tommy Moffitt just like they were in 2020 and 2021.
yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Like, yeah, I agree. I need you to filibuster for just a second here.
Well, supposedly that I saw some screenshots on Twitter of former players complaining that the team took a photo today with the players that were at practice, the former players that were at practice. So it was the current players, the coaches, with the former players that spoke. And Jake Flint was in that picture. And according to a lot of the former players on Twitter, Jake Flint was the guy that did not allow the former players to work out on campus. Did you hear that, Mark?
Well, I heard no, but I heard that yeah, they gave Ethan Posick a hard time.
Yeah, that Jake Flint is the reason that former players cannot work out at the
Oh,
LSU.
yeah, that's well, that won't be a problem moving forward.
Yeah. So I wonder if it was a Brian Kelly thing or if it was a Jake Flint thing.
Well,
But Jake
Buck
Flint might be
stops
on
with
the way
Brian
out.
Kelly. Yeah, I mean Buck stops with Brian Kelly. I mean, so
Yeah, he can override no matter what.
yeah, I mean, I'd like to think there's a channel to get to Brian Kelly and say, hey, Jake Flint seems like a great guy, but actually he told whoever to, he couldn't work out here, and that's kind of a tradition. Is this something you could look like if Hester or Patrick Peterson reached out, like you tell me there's no way to like communicate to Kelly in some way to kind of circle back to that and clear that up and yeah, I mean it's not good.
Yeah. So how do you feel about Frank Wilson moving forward? Will we get the interim bump?
No, we won't get the interim bump. I like Coach Frank. I hope he's retained. Um, yeah, I just think we're. I don't think. I just don't think. I don't see this team putting it together.
If you get Lane Kiffin, Frank Wilson has coached under Lane Kiffin before. So retaining Frank makes a lot of sense. If
Yeah,
Lane Kiffin is your target, I think it's a slam dunk that Frank gets retained if Lane
yeah,
Kiffin is your coach. If John Summerall is your coach, I think Frank Wilson's retained. If
yeah.
another interesting name here in the coaching search is Kelvin Shepard. Lot of former players on Twitter. T Bob did a special with Braden Fahoka, who did an episode on our show. So shout out Braden Fahoka. Um, and Brandon Taylor and Michael Brockers. It was the four of them, and they were all very pro Kelvin Shepard. How do you feel about Kelvin Shepard as a possibility?
I don't think he has enough experience to be the head coach. I had a class with him. Quiet guy. Um, based on my appraisal of him as a classmate, no, I don't think I
He
don't
skipped
think
me in line one time at the bookstore, and I was pissed, but I didn't do anything about it because he was
because he's
fucking
Kelvin.
Kelvin. Because he's
Yeah,
Kelvin Shepard.
yeah.
What the fuck am I gonna do about it?
So no, I definitely don't want him because he's a douche. If he's cutting people in line, like that's a douche move.
We were at the bookstore getting books at the beginning of a semester. I believe it might have
Yeah.
been my very last semester at LSU.
Was it
And,
what was the name of the bookstore over there? The what was the name of it? It was by Izzo's, wasn't
no,
it?
this was
The LSU bookstore on campus in the
yeah, where was it? It was like in the basement or some weird spot in
yeah,
the
in
Union.
the student union, yeah. Um okay. Yeah, and he cut you.
Yeah, he cut like the whole line.
Yeah, it's a douche.
It
So
was like
no.
12 deep, and he just fucking jumped up front. He didn't make a comment like, "Man, I got to get to practice" or something like that. I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't care. That's on you for running late, dude, you know? Yeah.
But here's the thing that they said. I hear what you're saying, but the NFL will hire coaches that are coordinators. Look at the Saints, Kellen Moore. So if he's qualified to be the head coach for the New Orleans Saints, why is he not qualified to be the head coach for the LSU Tigers?
I mean that's a good point. I I don't. I mean, it's not always that successful when they do it, And I rather a proven track record, you know.
Look at the top um, roughly 12 teams in the current AP top 25 in college football. A lot of them took chances on coaches with no power four head coaching experience or just straight coordinators.
It's
Ryan,
Kirby.
Ryan Day, Dan Lanning, Kirby, you know, go down the list. There's a lot of them
Yeah,
that
yeah.
have. So I
So
think I hear what you're saying.
the Kelvin Shepherd podcast.
I think that that might be an antiquated thing that a guy has to have experience somewhere else. Because if they do have experience and they're successful, they're in the 12-team playoff. And then a lot of these other schools are adding resources and keeping coaches too. Like Indiana's paying Signetti 11, what is it, 11 million now? 13 million, something
Yeah, it's like 8
crazy.
years for 63 or something like that. No,
So
is it
a
more than
lot
that?
of these other smaller programs are ponying up to keep these coaches. Um, and are you really going to go get Brent Key because
I don't think you can. I would like Brent Key, but
he's a
he's
Georgia Tech
not.
grad?
Yeah,
Kenny
yeah.
Dillingham, he's a Georgia Tech
Okay, that's
grad.
my top three. I would go Lanning, Key, Summerall. There's my top three. There, I knew that's who I was. I knew there was someone. I just couldn't.
I just don't say Georgia
Yeah,
Tech's going to pony up to pay him.
yeah, and he
I
doesn't want to leave. I think Key's old school. Like I think you'd have to pay him like double or something what he's
so
making at.
look at Brent Key. Where was he last year? I mean, well, but last job
Was it
was
line coach at Alabama?
yeah. So a lot of these guys, the if you look at I think it's the top 12 or so teams. Michigan, they hired their defensive coordinator. Not that they're a top
Doing
12
that,
team,
yeah. Was
but
their offensive coordinator? Sherman Moore was their offensive coordinator.
I mean, Josh Heupel, was he a head coach at a Power Four school? No, he was at Central Florida,
Yeah,
which is I
yeah.
think technically is now a Power Four school, but that doesn't count.
Not yeah, but not at the time. Not at the time.
So a Summerall path, a Kelvin Shepherd path in today's college football, as I always say, because my old man used to always say it, football's a young man's game. I don't think going and getting a 50-year-old Les Miles at Oklahoma State is actually a smart move anymore.
Do you
You want a
you heard,
young guy who's passionate.
did you hear about? Yeah, so it's. I don't think you would agree with this. I heard this floated. You could get Joe Brady for cheap, and then you get Shepard as the defensive coordinator. You just pay him more than what Detroit's paying him.
I don't know if you'll be able to get both.
They're saying you could because I think they're both making under 2 million. So Baker makes more than that, and you could pay the head coach in this case either Brady or Shepard.
But isn't Brady's name going to be mentioned for head coaching? It was mentioned last
Yeah,
offseason.
I don't think I don't think Brady wants to coach college, and I don't think Shepard. I don't know. Besides
Shepard
himself,
has said it would be a dream to coach at
really?
LSU.
Okay, all right. Well, there you go.
He said literally, call my agent.
He said, "Well,
That's
he's from because he's from Atlanta, if I remember correctly." So I kind of
yeah,
was
Stone
curious.
Mountain, I want to
Yeah, I
say.
was kind of curious how into it he is. Okay, so it'd be a dream. Yeah, Joe Brady doesn't feel that way.
No, Joe Brady, I think wants to stay in the NFL.
Um,
So it's an option. Not saying to do that. As I said, whoever it ends up being, if it's Jeff Brom, I'll talk myself into it. But that doesn't excite me.
he's at his alma mater. That's the thing. I'm not really excited about anybody that's likely. Like I
Eli
would.
Drinkwitz,
I'm not that excited.
I like him, but
Why aren't you stumping for PJ Fleck? Because that for the longest time that was
I would
your
be ecstatic about PJ Fleck here, but I don't think that the fan
yeah
base would riot.
right. Would they riot more for if we hired PJ Fleck or Summerall?
Yeah, who was it? Was it you or was it Chip on the podcast the other night that said Minnesota sucks?
That was Chip. I didn't say that.
I was telling somebody, or maybe it wasn't on the podcast. Yeah, I don't think it was Chip. I think it was just somebody in real life, and
Okay.
not on the podcast. That was like,
Chip,
"Oh, Minnesota sucks." I'm like, "No, you better take that back, man. Go look at what PJ Fleck's done there."
you're the biggest Minnesota fan in the country.
That is, I mean, that is like winning. I mean, it's not Vanderbilt, but it's
Yeah.
winning
Yeah, it's tough.
consistently at Kentucky, South Carolina.
Yeah, it's a tough place. No, it's a tough place to win.
It's winning consistently at like Mississippi State, is
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah, it's a tough place.
Very tough place. I would be all in on PJ Fleck, but it's not going to happen. He's never coached in the South. Jeff Landry clearly is going to get somebody with Louisiana ties.
Yeah, I. It's
But all
surreal. It's
indications are they're
surreal.
going to make a push at Lane Kiffin. That's all indications. All right, so what do you think? All right, is Frank Wilson a candidate?
No, but he can. If he wins out, there would. He's not right now. If he wins out, there'll be some pressure. I don't know if it'll be enough to push it over the finish line.
If we win out and chaos reigns and somehow 9-3 gets us into the playoffs.
It's a,
Crazier it's a better than zero chance.
yes, true.
I'm not saying it's good. It's 0.01%
Yeah,
chance or
sure,
0.1% chance.
sure.
If Frank
Yeah,
Wilson to get the job would have to get in the playoffs.
yeah, yeah. I mean, and he still might not get it, but
Because even if we go, what would that be, 9-3?
yeah, he doesn't have a great head coaching record.
No.
You know, as I like Frank Wilson, but he doesn't have a great head coaching record in college.
I mean, unless we come out and we beat fucking Alabama by 20 points and then we blow out Arkansas, blow out Western Kentucky, and then look good against Oklahoma. Like, that's
Gotta,
the only way.
I
It's
think
the
he
only
has
way.
to win them all. I think he has to win them all
He has to win them all.
to be considered.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know how we like. I want to believe that we're gonna get the. I'm excited because I'm excited to see the team. I'm excited to see LSU football play football, which we only get so many of those opportunities in our lifetime.
Yeah,
Um,
that's for
but
true.
I don't know how our O line still sucks. Like how
That's
we
what I
just
mean. We're not gonna make a run. Like we don't have. If there was something, if we could fix it, we would have fixed it. Like I don't just because Coach Wilson's the head coach now, it doesn't mean our O line's better. I mean, I think maybe the culture will be better, but I don't. It's not fixable. Garrett Nussmeier is an undrafted free agent now, pretty much.
Do you think we'll see Michael Van Buren?
Yeah, but I don't know into what. I don't know. I don't. What if he started? Garrett Nussmeier would be so upset if he started. I don't know if they would gut Garrett Nussmeier like that.
Reporters have been at practice, and it doesn't seem to be indications that it's a quarterback competition. And Frank closed the door on that and said Nuss is our starter.
But that's that. No, that's that.
But I do think I don't understand when you get inside the 5 yard line, Van Buren should be in at quarterback every single time. He offers a unique skill set, uses legs.
He
He
has a unique set of skills. I will find you. I will hunt you down.
is taken a Halloween movie.
It's a horror movie for sure. Getting
Actually, no, it's a
kidnapped.
suspense movie.
No, you're getting kidnapped. Your daughter getting kidnapped and then having to like go on a warpath to get her back sounds horrifying. Yeah, that's a horror movie.
Oh, another underrated Halloween movie. I don't know if it's really Halloween.
Okay, lay it on me.
The Strangers.
I didn't see that.
Saw in the movie theaters, was freaking terrified, man.
Is that Owen Wilson or who is that?
No, I don't even know who was in it, but it's the movie where basically it's this couple and they're in a secluded cabin. And these three people just
With the
basically,
masks, yeah.
yeah, they just mess with them for
Yeah.
like hours as they, you know,
I would, yeah, that's why you gotta carry. You gotta carry, you know?
yeah, if somebody, I'm in my backyard right now looking out
Yeah.
in the backyard. If I saw somebody walk up with that mask, I'd freak the fuck out right now.
You don't have a concealed carry permit?
Well, don't I not need one if I'm sitting on my back
Well,
patio?
then it should be right on your porch like I
Man,
keep
don't
mine.
show that on the we're gonna get banned on YouTube.
You got to keep it right. I keep mine right there, you know? It should be sitting right there on the counter. Right
We're
there.
coming up we're coming up on the 10:30 mark here is usually
All right.
our end time.
I got our
Anything else you
scary
got?
stories.
All right, hit us with a scary story on our we'll close
Okay.
out with that.
I might have a couple. Many years ago, there was a preseason number one football team, and they were defending national champions, and they had gone through the regular season almost undefeated. They were 11-0, and they kept winning, and they looked inevitable as the defending champions that they were going to repeat again. And late in the year, they played their rival, and they played well. They were winning at halftime. They were winning in the fourth quarter with 32 seconds left. They held their bitter rival to under 100 yards passing. They even outgained their bitter rival by 100 total yards in the game. They won the turnover battle. They won time of possession. But they were terrorized by missed field goals. They missed 4 field goals during the game. And late in the game, very late in the game, at the very end, they decided they would take that fourth field goal, a 57-yarder, with a different kicker, with a stronger leg. And they knew that they were going to be victorious because it was their destiny. But the scary rival caught that field goal kick and ran it back all the way for a touchdown, ruining the season of this poor, doomed team and ending their national championship hopes. And that team never won another game that season. They also lost their bowl. Ooh. Ooh.
Scary, scary. Scary
Scary,
times.
scary
Scary times
stories.
in Jordan Air.
Scary times at Jordan Air State. When did you know what I was talking about? When was
The
the?
four missed field goals.
Okay, so it took you a minute.
It took me a minute.
Okay,
I assumed defending national champion preseason number one late in the
yeah,
season. I assumed it was Alabama because that's a lot of seasons the last 10 years.
yeah.
That scenario was for Alabama where they were the defending national champion and then preseason number one.
All those stats were true. They outgained them by 102 yards, and they won the turnover battle 1-0, and they held them to 97 yards passing, and they still lost. They got outrushed. They gave up 296 rushing yards on 52 carries. You can't
Gus
do that.
Malzahn, man. Gus Malzahn.
Gus Bus. Okay, I've
They feel
got.
about Gus Malzahn at LSU.
I love the Gus Bus, but it's not rational. It's just all vibes. It's 2013 flowing through my veins. That's one of my favorite games ever.
What about Dan Mullen?
No, no,
Okay.
negative.
I'm a Dan Mullen guy. I talk myself into it. Any of these names, I talk myself into it. But
Do you have a scary story?
The white horse fell in the mud.
Okay.
No, you know how that's always the dirty joke. A
No.
white the corn the cheesy. Hey, you want to hear
Oh,
a dirty
because
joke? The
it's a
white horse fell in the mud.
okay.
So that's what I always say.
Okay. We got one more here. There there once was a a brilliant football mind born in a small town in Montana. And he dreamed to be a coach like his dad. He even played for his dad in college. And he followed his dreams after being a quarterback for his dad. He followed his dreams and coached and he coached and he coached and he made his way all the way to the NFL and eventually to the SEC. And he took this SEC program, a program with some rich history, but not necessarily the most famous program. He took them to a top five ranking, and everything was going just right. His dreams were coming true. Things were going so well for this man. He bought himself a red Harley Davidson Road King Classic, and he got himself a girlfriend, an all SEC volleyball player girlfriend. And everything was going great until one day, riding with his girlfriend on his motorcycle, he took a spill and lied to everyone about it. And then he got fired and lost his dream job at at Arkansas. And that is a very scary tale.
Of Bobby Petrino.
Yeah.
But now he's the head coach again.
Redemption. He's like
Redemption. And he's
yeah,
over as the redemption coach.
he's 0-2.
Yeah.
What did you think? Did you get that one? Did I give that one away?
No, I knew that one. I knew that
Yeah.
one.
You knew the Montana.
Yes.
Uh
Because there's only a handful of coaches from Montana.
yeah. But
So
okay. Well, those are my scares. I did some prep work, listeners. Okay, this one's gonna go on premium later because we got to cover the cost of this costume and all my time. We got to pay me for my time for coming up with those.
last thing I'm gonna leave you with. Last question of the night.
Drink some blood. Ooh, drink
What
blood.
is your favorite Halloween candy?
Oh, mini Twix and Snickers. Tie first. What about yours?
Mini Mr. Good Bars and mini Crackles.
Crunch bars.
Not
Crackles.
Crunch. Crackles are the ones that
The
come with the
blue.
Mr. Good Bars.
Oh, it's like a red label.
Yeah, it's basically a Crunch bar. You're
Yeah,
right.
Mr. Crackle. You got a Mr. Crackle and a Mr. Crunch.
Yeah.
I
Mr.
like
Good
a good
Bar,
bar. I like a good bar, but I gotta go Snickers and Twix. Something about the mini ones I actually like better. Like if you said I'll give you the equivalent, the full
100%.
size Snickers. Something about the minis, it just tastes better
It's
than
the
a
chocolate, it's the chocolate to whatever crunch ratio.
ratio. I like the minis better, and I can. They're like crawfish. I don't ever get full. I can just keep going. Like you know how you never get full on crawfish.
Yes, Mark, you need to come down for crawfish
I
season
would
because
love some
I've got
crawfish.
I've got 5 trophies in my office from winning crawfish competition,
Oh,
placing in
really?
crawfish
Placing.
competitions.
That's good enough for me.
I've
That's
gotten second place in a New Orleans event in the New Orleans metro area, and I've gotten third place in a Baton Rouge metro event.
should be the
So,
champ.
so same recipe slightly different based
Okay.
on the demographics.
Does that put you in fifth place in Lafayette?
I don't dust my crawfish. I feel like you got to
That
dust your crawfish in Lafayette.
Dustin
Uh,
sucks. That's right. All you dusters can suck it.
I can't give away my secrets to
I'm not
crawfish,
asking.
but you need
I'm
to
not
come
asking.
down weekend of I think it's March 29th is the big one that we're doing that we're boiling 600 pounds. You
What?
need to come in for that. And
Do I
all
have
you can eat crawfish
What
I'll
about
get you.
all I can sleep pillow and bed?
Yeah, I'll set you up
Okay. Now we're talking.
because by
All I
that
can
point I'll be moved into the new house and I'll have a guest room.
All right. All right. All I can sleep, then I'm in.
It's literally shout out
Oh,
Angry Capri. He helps put on the event, and I just enter a team. But we finished second place 2 years ago in that one. So
that's dope. All right. There you go, fans.
all right. Last thing I got to hit you with on the way out is a little
Yes.
bit of outro music. I thought about doing some Halloween tunes, but
I would have.
the
Mhm.
problem was I was halfway asleep, thanks to my son going to bed. You know, the dad struggles are real. But Ben Tramer's back. Not Ben Tramer. What's your name?
Stu Mocker.
Stu
Feeling
Mocker.
a little woozy over here. Peer pressure. I'm far too sensitive.
All right, Mark. You have yourself a good night and have fun trick or treating in Woodside, California tomorrow.
Woodsboro. No, I'll be back in the city.
Back in the city tomorrow.
Back in the city. Flying out.